Hey everyone, it's the Doomdog. So I was recently scrolling through my X feed when a game popped up in it that captured my attention. It's an indie shooter, and unlike most of the indie shooters that I check out, this one is not a boomer shooter. This one is much more heavily inspired by BioShock. But, you know, the horror vibe of the whole thing just really captured my attention. The art design and everything just made it stand out. And I lucked out in that I discovered this literally one day before the dev dropped a demo of it on Steam. So I didn't have to wait very long to play it for myself. It's called Twisted Tower. I streamed this over on Twitch, but my mic was not working, so my initial impressions kind of got flushed down the drain because of that. So I wanted to do something. I wanted to throw together a little video where I just talk about the demo and my experiences and what I like and don't like and its features and things like that. So that's what we're going to do here. I can't give you my initial impressions because all my initial impressions were in that video and now they're gone, but I can tell you what I thought of it. First off, let's start with the graphics options. There's not a lot here. There's very little in the options menu. I don't know if there's going to be more when the game fully releases. That's a distinct possibility, but for those of you that like to tweak, there's not a lot to tweak here. Having said that, I didn't have any problems running this game. It ran smooth. Now, your mileage may vary depending upon your hardware. My hardware looks like this. And the specs listed on the Steam page for this are this. I look at the recommended here, and it looks like this game should be able to run on a toaster. Like any even halfway modern machine should be able to run it just fine. Like I said, I didn't have any problems running it on my rig, but my rig is no slouch. One of the very first things that you will notice is the distinct art style of this game. It has a very theme park vibe to the whole thing, like a Twisted Nightmare theme park, but still a theme park, which is very appropriate because you got this 1950s boardwalk kind of vibe going on. It takes things that are familiar or comfortable to you and kind of twist them into a nightmare version. Like these characters, they kind of resemble Mickey Mouse. They look like a Mickey Mouse stand-in, but the way they move and the way they act and the overall vibe of them is much more creepy. It's like your childhood nightmare come to life. That's the best way I can think to describe this game's look and how it feels to play. And speaking of that, the atmosphere in this game is really, really good. I'm impressed with it. A big part of that is that the sound design in this game is excellent. I am really, really liking how this game sounds. The weapon sounds are great. The environmental effects are great. Hearing the ringing of the telephone enemy as it approaches you and things like that. Genuinely creepy. And I like how this game does not get you into the action right away. It takes time to establish setting and mood. And I think that kind of thing is really important in a horror game, to get you into the vibes of the game before it throws you to the wolves, which this game can and will throw you to the wolves. And you know, having this beginning part that establishes the setting and the world and the art design and the atmosphere really works in the game's favor as it slowly works in more and more scares and builds up to you finally having to deal with enemies. It does not do that right away. It does, like I said, it does not just throw you to the wolves. I really like this. It takes its time. When you finally do reach combat, you're going to have a variety of enemies that you're going to fight. There are a few of them in this. There's the Mickey stand-in that we already established. These guys will come at you with a knife. And then there's a giraffe stand-in that I think is meant to be a stand-in for the Toys R Us giraffe. He has a longer range weapon, so you're going to have to learn to deal with him differently than the others, than the Mickey types of enemies. Then there is this duck enemy that has some form of a shotgun, I think. And these guys will hit harder, and they take a bit more punishment, so you'll need to be more careful around them. Then you'll have enemies with much faster firing weapons right at the end of the demo. They're introduced right at the end of the demo. And these guys can take more punishment, so you will need to be careful when you're fighting these guys. Last but certainly not least are the telephones. These are the easiest ones to take out. And this is a toy phone that if you probably recognize something similar that you would have had as a child. But these things are used for some of the better and more effective scares in this demo, because you'll just hear the familiar ringing of a telephone and you'll look for it, and then suddenly the thing's fucking attacking you. It's really nice. It's really well set up. Of course, you're going to have a variety of weapons to battle enemies with. The first one you get is a melee attack. It is a mallet. And it's just a basic swing. The swing feels satisfying, and the way enemies react to a powerful swing from it really is satisfying. It is gratifying watching them ragdoll around when you just beat the shit out of them with this thing. This thing is fun to swing. It gets melee right. It's simple melee, but it gets it right. And the second one you'll get is a handgun. It seems pretty self-explanatory. This works like a pistol in any other game, really. It works pretty much exactly how you'd think. You can take pot shots at enemies with it and try to go for headshots if you can. That's really easy with the Mickey Mouse lookalikes. But with the giraffe enemies, that gets a little bit tougher because their head is tall and thin. The final weapon in this demo is a Tommy gun. And what would a Bioshock-inspired game be without a Tommy gun? With the drum mag, of course. Of course. What else kind of mag would you have for this thing? Of course. And this is a much faster firing weapon that deals out punishment much quicker. It also chews through ammo much quicker, so you'll have to be careful about that. Now, if the gunplay just stopped there, that would be fun in and of itself, but it doesn't. You see this guy here? When I first saw him, I thought to myself, I'm going to get closer and he's going to attack me. But no. There are actually friendly NPCs in this tower. And this guy is a vendor. He will sell you upgrades to your weapons. And these weapon upgrades are very much worth buying. Before you run into him for the first time, you will probably have noticed that the ground will be littered with various tickets. And you will want to take your time to search around and loot bodies and smash pumpkins and whatnot to try to find as many tickets as you can, because that's how you're going to get your weapon upgrades in this game. You pay for them with the tickets. So make sure you take the time to explore around and look for said tickets. But he will sell you a number of weapon upgrades that you will want to get to make your weapons more powerful, make them hold more ammo, give them an alternate fire. And the alternate fire is pretty cool. The pistol has a 3-shot burst, the mallet has a more powerful swing, and the Tommy gun has an attack that kind of slows down time, fires a lot of bullets, and I think it temporarily makes you invincible while it's firing. So these weapon upgrades are 100% worth your time. It does not stop there, though, because there's also puzzle solving in this game. Oh yes, you will be solving puzzles, and you will get tools to solve puzzles with. There's only one in this demo, and it's a grappling hook. Basically, you pick this thing up and you hit the middle mouse button to sling out the grappling hook, and it will attach to certain spots on the wall that are blue and pull you up there. This thing is a lot of fun, and there is a puzzle that you solve with it. I'm not going to spoil the answer here because I want you to play this demo for yourself. It is a lot of fun. Needless to say, I am very impressed with this. The art design is on point. The atmosphere is excellent. The sound design is fantastic. The weapons are satisfying. The game has a very eerie, creepy vibe. I am going to definitely keep my eye on this, and I wanted to let you guys know about it because I think this is one you should keep your eye on too. Go on Steam. I will leave a link in the description below. Download the demo for yourself and give it a try. Also, I will leave a link in the description below to the developer's X profile, where he does frequent updates about the game and will record devlogs frequently. So he will keep you updated on progress he's made in the game, and let him know what you think of the demo. I enjoyed it a lot. I think a lot of you will too. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would be greatly appreciated. You could share this video. That would help us out a lot. It also helped the dev for this game out a lot. And make sure you ring the bell to get notifications, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye, everybody.